Hello and welcome to Let Me Be Your Game Guide, a podcast that spends each episode delving into a mystical new video game, exploring its charms and challenges, and helping you decide if it should be next on your list. I'm your host, Shawn.
This is Rylan.
And this is Emma.
Emma's name was at the host spot. That confused me.
I'm so sorry.
Join us for this week's discussion episode so we can escape reality and enter the metaphysical. For the remainder of this episode, let me be your game guide. No, that's not as good. That doesn't sound nearly as good as last week's, I think.
Well, I think you just said it so fast. I think you have to speed up the intro song to make it sound right.
Yeah, the coffee's starting to hit me a little bit.
I gave him a shot of espresso in his coffee.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, I'm really loaded
I
up,
think it's
folks.
fine.
So.
Yeah,
Okay.
No,
Yeah, it was much faster though.
Yeah, it was a lot faster.
You're just ready to go. And yeah, sorry, you're reading off of my version where I didn't make the
That's
change
okay.
of your name.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Well, welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
We're talking about The Drifter Part 2. This is our discussion episode where we talk about the spoils and the story and the plot for the plot.
What a plot it is.
It is a plot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Real quick, before we begin the episode, don't forget to give this podcast a follow, rate it, review it, however you want to show us love. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/letmebeyourgg, where you can view episodes early as they post sometime on Sunday, a couple days before the episode posts everywhere else. You can also find us on most socials as Let Me Be Your GG. That's on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. You can also find us on TikTok as Let Me Be Your Game Guide with no spaces. You can also email us at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. This is your best way to send game requests. Just make sure to title the email game request so it's easy for us to find.
Nice.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, dog.
That's how you can get a hold of us. So please submit an email with any game requests because we get a few of them and it's a lot of fun. It's always a curveball. So
There'll be another listener request game coming up in about a month.
There will be. Yeah.
Well,
so
we started out 2025 with our first listener request.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Shout out River. So,
yeah. Shout out. Thank
Shout
you.
out River.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, hey, this one we're going to be talking about the game. We're going to be talking about the spoils. I'll start with, we forgot one thing. The game from last year.
Oh, yeah.
Little Misfortune.
Little Misfortune Part 2.
No.
Oh.
Our New Year's episode threw us off. So the New Year's episode came out when we were discussing the rating episode.
Sneaky.
When we were doing the rating episode.
That
And then
New Year's episode again.
I know. Last week it
Okay.
was the discussion episode.
Okay.
I do know what the next one is.
Okay. So let me think here.
It was a rating episode.
This is a game that Emma selected. I know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's about all I know.
I hated it.
Oh,
It
you
was
hate
that,
it was Reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, man.
You did hate Reigns.
Yeah.
I hated it so much.
Reigns was fine.
It was okay. It wasn't my favorite either, so I get it.
You got to play the different versions, you guys.
You had a much better version than I think we
I had a
did,
good time.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Before we get started,
Excuse me. Get wrecked. Thank you.
Sorry.
Carry on, Shawn.
before we continue on, let's let the listeners know our previous rating for this game. What are your ratings?
Oh, yeah. And if you want information on why we rated it this way, go listen to last week's episode if you haven't
True.
already.
Go listen to it. It's pretty good. Pretty good one.
I gave it a 3.5.
This was the best game of 2026 so far. There's a 3.9 was the Drifter.
I gave it a 4.2. So
Nice.
yeah, it was the best game of 2026 so far.
Easily.
So,
yeah. By a mile so far.
Yeah, in comparison to everything else,
Yeah.
this is the best. So
All the other games we've played this year.
Yeah.
man, jeez. All right, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna just give some descriptions about each chapter, and then we'll kind of discuss those and what we thought about them and what happened. So let's start out with the prologue. The game opens up as Mick is traveling by train car to visit his sister Annie and attend their mother's funeral. With him is a homeless man who is snoozing until an unexpected attack is launched on the train car. Mick Carter is the main character of this game, and he's traveling by rail car, and there's a gentleman who's snoozing under a tarp.
Yeah.
And the train stops, and you're trying to figure out how to get out
Yeah.
You just wake up in this train car and you're trying to figure out how to get out. It's kind of sealed up. You take off the tarp of that gentleman, and he's pissed. He's pretty fired up.
Yeah.
He starts talking some crazy stuff.
Yeah, like some nonsense.
Yeah, and you're like, what the heck's going on? And I don't remember if he helps you or not, but you open.
No.
Okay, yeah, you just open the door.
He immediately gets just like
Yeah,
blown away.
Yeah, you open the door and you're like standing back. You realize something's happening. Crazy guy stands right in front and gets
There's, like,
blasted.
bright lights, right?
Yeah,
It's kind of your fault because he's like, don't open the door. And then you open it and he immediately gets shot.
yeah. And it was
Yeah.
pretty graphic, like right off the bat, pretty intense.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, what's going on? So after that, you get out of the train car by going through the vent, and you stumble down a hill into the next chapter. That's
Yeah.
kind of the prologue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Quick.
Like the first thing that happens in this point and click game is that somebody gets like shot real bad in front of you.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
And I was like, this is a different tone than other point
Yeah.
and clicks I've played.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't. And I would also preference too, it's not like an 8-bit like, Doom where it's like bang bang and there's like 8-bit blood. It like got really graphic, I thought,
Yeah.
for an 8-bit game. So
yeah, for me, it was the sound effects that came with it that made it really gruesome. I was like, ugh.
for sure.
Yeah.
So you roll down this hill and you then start chapter 1. Chapter 1. In this chapter, Mick meets Angela, the reporter who is investigating the strange disappearance of the homeless community. He also runs into his old friend Bill, who helps him try to get into contact with his sister Annie. But again, some unexpected events result in Mick finding himself in a dangerous situation.
What? Oh.
Down under.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot I put that in there.
That's
Well, he
great.
ends up underwater.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's
And do you like the way I spelled it too?
Yeah.
Unda.
I was at this point in the game I was not super hot on it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because it was very different in that it was like a very dramatic point and click. Like
Yeah.
like Mick would narrate it and it was just like so serious.
Yeah.
But then it's like, and now you need to get a phone charger. And I was like, what? I was like, are we doing action or are we like trying to like get a phone charger? Like,
Yeah.
it was very like not aligned to me. And I was like, what is this game trying to do? Like, who's it trying to be?
He's like, the mud in my boots are clinging to the tread, and
Yeah.
the coldness is stuffing my nose. I can't.
Yeah. No, it was very much like that. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like weird details that you're like, whoa, this is.
The cold air was sharp on my lungs, and you're like, "Whoa, yeah, that is crazy." Like,
Yeah.
I
But it was
can't do
like,
the
it was like
accent.
so dramatic. I was like, okay, man, I get it.
yeah,
I liked it.
It's very noir and rugged. But
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I didn't like it at first. I had to get it growing me.
Yeah, I would say probably the first 2 chapters, I was like, "What the heck is going on here?" Like, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
little confused. Some guy just got shot. Now I'm walking around this tunnel. Like, I don't really know. In this section, yeah, you talk to a reporter named Angela, and she's reporting a homeless. There's an event going on within the city where homeless people are disappearing.
Yeah, they're just going missing. Like,
Yeah.
there's not very many people.
And
And
there's-
also like kind of going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people going crazy too. So Mick Carter talks to Angie about this, and you try to get some information. I'll be honest, I didn't give her all the things that I knew. I didn't talk to her about all the things because I thought like,
Oh,
I'm gonna.
I didn't
hide.
trust her.
Yeah, that's what I thought
also
too.
felt that way. I was like, I'm not telling you anything. And then
Yeah.
I think eventually I had to tell her something.
I had to tell her some stuff too.
Well,
but yeah,
Mick was super negative, had like a really poor attitude about her as well. I think rightfully, because he was like, who is this like young person coming in and like she says she's gonna like help all these homeless people. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is more complex than that. Like,
Yeah.
these are people, not like your project. You
Yeah.
know?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So you talk to her. You get a business card from her, and then you talk to your old friend Bill, which is kind of your old buddy, and he kind of gives you a little bit more information. Towards the end of this, you're trying to get your phone charger and all these other things.
Yeah.
And then I forget how this chapter ends exactly.
Well, so
I know how it ends, but I forget the in between part.
Yeah, so Angela goes out to talk to Bill, because you're
Yep.
like, Bill will help you. Like, he's a nice guy. This is like an old friend of yours who's also homeless, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so she goes out to talk to Bill, but then when you get back, you can't find either of them. Like, you walk back out there and they're not there.
Yep.
And then you go out to the area that's more of like the moors, and these splinter cell looking people
Yeah.
are taking Angela, and they take her away, and then you get thrown underwater down under. And you're surrounded by like all of these hanging bodies.
Yeah, there's all these like corpses down there that
Yeah.
have been thrown in, like you have.
Yeah.
And you kind of, this is your first experience of having to do things over and over again, and it's timing based because
Yeah.
you keep dying.
You're
So,
drowning.
yeah, every time you die, you kind of learn something new about what you need to do to escape.
Yeah. So yeah, you have a certain sequence of things that you have to do in a certain amount of time, and if you don't do it, you drowned.
Yeah.
And then you get the screen goes white, and then it's like you get sucked back into your body again, and then you relive that experience again.
Yeah,
So,
it goes back like
Yeah.
a certain amount of time.
Well, and it's
Yeah.
kind of fun too because it is like actiony, but Mick himself is commenting. He's like, "What? Like I'm here again? Like
Yeah.
I just died, right?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it's like it feels almost fourth wall breaking, but
Yeah,
it's
it's a little
very
meta.
related to the plot too later, which is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's kind of freaking out. I mean, he died and came back.
Yeah.
So
It would suck to die and come back, but you're still like in the process of dying.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
damn.
that
I'd be
would
like, am I
suck.
stuck here forever? This is like the ultimate hell.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, purgatory.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
But yeah.
you do cut yourself out, and you're able to resurface, and you go back into the like I guess what is that? Like
It's
I
just the
think
tunnel.
the little tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the new next chapter.
Yeah.
excuse me.
Chapter 2.
How dare you?
No,
I
so
just got excited.
no, it's
Sorry.
okay. So
I'll never get excited again.
after you,
This is 2026, the year of no excitement.
after you come back from being down under, you get into chapter 2. So, chapter 2, in this chapter, Mick tries to sort out the events of the evening. After escaping D.I. Hera. Oh, so no, that is true. That is still part of it then.
Or is that the beginning of chapter 2?
Well, aren't you you try to get out through the tunnel, right? And then
I think chapter 2 starts because you find Bill,
yeah. And then he frames you, or thinks
and
that
then
you are the
D.I.
murderer.
Hara comes in, and he's like, what?
Stop. I mean, you're standing over this guy who's been like
yeah, I
stabbed
may
a
have
bunch, and
miswritten
you're-
that a little bit.
you're
Yeah,
standing
no,
there
it's
holding
okay.
a knife.
Yeah.
But
So-
yeah.
What are
so-
you doing? Yeah, he starts giving you that talk. No, he points a gun at you and he tries to figure out if he thinks that you're the killer. Someone that's,
we haven't talked about this, but the bucket butcher.
The bucket
yeah,
butcher.
the bucket
Bucket
butcher.
butcher.
That's the name. So he thinks that you are the bucket butcher.
Who's
But-
been responsible, quote unquote, for a bunch of deaths that have happened and kind of around the homeless community.
Yeah. But we know that can't be true because the Splinter Cell people are taking people. We just witnessed that.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Some things are happening. You're learning some things.
And
What
we
is
think
happening?
that Hara is with the Splinter Cell guys.
Oh yeah. he's a
yeah,
bad
at first
guy.
you think that he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
So you escape D.I. Hara. You get to, because you need to go to the cemetery because you need to go to your mom's funeral. So
Yeah.
That's why you're in town in the first place. You haven't been in
yeah.
town in like 5 years or something.
Yeah.
yeah, you ran away after some other events occurred, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah.
So, but you make your
But you also find some things on Bill. Like when you find, because Bill's dead. You like go back after resurfacing, Bill's dead, and you're
Yep.
like, oh my God. So you pull some things off his body, like a tape from Angela.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I can't remember what else. I think that's the only important thing.
You have
but-
Angela's business card too, which I think she might have given you already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she either gave it to you or you got it from Bill's body. One of the two.
Yeah. Yeah. But just before you just got some important stuff.
Yeah. So you make your way to the cemetery and you start walking around and there is a I don't know, cemetery person?
Oh,
a
what
gravekeeper?
Graveyard keeper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a graveyard keeper, a cemetery person.
He's so grouchy.
So you find a gravekeeper. He's there. He's maintaining everything, and you're just trying to find your mom's grave so that way you can be ready for the service because it's supposed to happen in like an hour or two or something like that.
Yeah.
What happens is not that. You start walking around a little bit, and from what I remember, if you walk down one section, you have to look at the map, and you have to go into the gravekeeper's office first to kind of figure out where your mom's plot is.
This was hard.
That was such
so
a pain in the
hard.
butt because there's a alarm in that gravekeeper's house. So anytime you try to get in there, it will immediately alarm. So there's like a sequence of things, just like we talked about before, that you have to do to be able to get past that and then learn where her plot is.
And this is where I got stuck because at one point he throws change at you because he's like, get out of here. And he throws some change. I didn't see that happen. So I was like, I knew I needed alcohol to wipe the map clean so I could clearly see it. And I knew it because it tells you, it actually does a really good job of like leading you in the right direction.
Yeah.
If you failed a few times, like the dialogue will be like, oh, I think I need something to clean this. And if you keep trying, it'll be like, I think alcohol might dissolve. Like it'll slowly give
Yeah.
you more pieces. So I
Love
knew I
that.
needed alcohol. I didn't know that change was there. So I finally, when I found the change, I was able to move forward. But for a while, I was just like, what the heck am I supposed to do?
Yeah, it did get a little confusing. I got confused with when you're going in there, like how to get to the panel to turn it off.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize you had to watch him do it to get the code.
Yeah.
Yeah,
then-
that took me a long time.
That took me a
Yeah.
while. So,
Yeah.
but once you do that, you find out where your mom's plot is. You start heading that way. When you head that way, though, you find your son's plot is
Yeah.
there, and then you kind of have a little bit of a mental breakdown, and you fall asleep on his plot.
When you see your son,
Yeah, your
do you
son.
see him now? Or
I think this is the first time that you see him. I'm
just
pretty
at
sure.
the gravesite.
Yeah.
Well, and for a second, he thinks that it's his mom's grave, and he's like, "Did I miss the funeral? Like she's buried already?"
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
But yeah, then it just turned out to be your son, which we didn't know had happened. So
Yeah.
you have a little bit of an episode there, a little bit of a mental break. You pass out on his grave, and your, I believe, ex-wife
Oh yeah,
shows up.
Sarah.
So Sarah shows up, and I think this is the start of chapter 3.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, because you
Um,
wake up and you go to your mom's funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll read the intro to chapter 3 and then we can talk about it a little bit. So in this chapter, Mick begins seeing things, specifically his late son. He attends his mother's funeral but is interrupted by our old friend D.I. Hera. Mick escapes once more with the help of his son, but eventually gets buried alive. Luckily, Hera was hot on his tail and was able to save him and bring him to the hospital, but things aren't safe there.
Dun, dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun.
No, this one was a pretty short chapter, I think, overall. It's kind of broken up into little sections.
It was a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, it was.
a lot of dialogue. Yeah. So in this chapter, Sarah arrives. She talks to you a little bit about your son dying because you're like, I just saw him, and you're kind of having a mental break. And she says, just shut up and come to the funeral. Like,
Jesus,
stop.
Mick.
Yeah, Jesus.
Says that a lot.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, he
kinda
does. That was good.
kind of deservingly, I think.
Yeah.
But so she takes you to your mother's funeral where your sister Annie is there. So you stand up front. You're really concerned about everyone just staring at you the entire time because it's the first time you've been in town in a number of years and things were weird when you left. But your sister is awesome. She's like just grounding you and just like trying to be there for you and is really supportive. You learn later on that I think she's a doctor.
She's a psychiatrist.
She's a psychiatrist, yeah.
Yeah.
So she kind of gets what's going on, and so, but she's talking to you about what happened with mom and kind of some things that are happening. She gives you a little bit of money so that way you can kind of get out of town because that was your plan. Is that at this point I'm leaving, I'm getting out of here, I'm gonna go bail, and
Yeah.
so yeah, I think that was kind of it that I remember. But then you get captured. I think,
Yeah,
by
so-
D.I. Hera.
No, well, so there's
I
You have
remember
the
the
whole-
hospital part. I
Yeah,
forget this part.
yeah, you have the whole funeral, and this is where Annie's character really unfolds.
Uh-huh.
You get a lot of funny dialogue from her. Like, you can tell, like, she's just, like, a good-hearted, like, witty, supportive, like,
Lightening the mood. Yeah.
She's non-judgmental.
Mhm.
Like, it's very obvious that she cares a lot for Mick, even though he's fucked up quite a bit in the
Yeah,
past.
a
And
lot.
so, Hara interrupts the funeral with his, like,
He's
got
basically got a gun
out.
to your
Yeah.
back secretly.
Oh,
Nobody. He comes up really close
yeah.
behind you, and he's got a gun to
Yeah.
your back.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and so you end up like running. I think your sister
Well,
helps.
Oh, she hits
Yeah,
him with
'cause-
something, and then you take off or something like
His
that.
mom's ashes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
urn.
Yeah.
Okay, and this was really confusing to me, and maybe this is a real thing, but I wasn't familiar with this. So they have like a funeral,
Uh-huh.
and there's like a hole that was dug for the body, but she's actually in an urn. She's been cremated.
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like they were at a plot with like a hole dug,
Yeah.
like at the cemetery.
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I
then-
guess you could still buy a plot, but then cremate them and put them in that, I guess.
That's weird though.
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
seems a
know.
little weird.
I
I
would
don't know.
rather bury someone's ashes than have them in my house.
Well, that's true too, I think.
That's probably an unpopular opinion because I think a lot of people do that, but I don't know.
I don't know. My family members have been cremated, and yeah, we would put them out wherever their favorite spot was, or a spot of memory, or something like that. I wouldn't leave them on the
Yeah, like
counter.
I have
On the
Like-
counter.
Sorry.
I have my dad's ashes,
Mhm.
and it's like I don't really feel like I need them. Like if we did something with them, I wouldn't be upset, but I'm also like don't feel motivated to. I don't know.
Like,
you
what do
know,
I
Sure.
do with these?
Yeah, like what do you do with ashes? You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
like in the garage right now, which is kind of weird, but I don't know. you
Yeah,
know?
Yeah, I'm not
I mean,
sure.
I don't know. Yeah.
No idea. My great grandmother had an open casket and didn't get cremated. So
Oh, that happened to my grandfather too, and it was Catholic
Yeah.
service.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was kind of weird. So.
we don't have to get into this.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways. So, here,
But you run away and
Yes.
you're running and then you're kind of cornered and your son, the spirit of your son Alec, he like takes you through this hole in the ground and gets you
Mhm.
underground. And this is where you first start seeing kind of like the spidery monster Splinter Cell
yeah,
thing.
Melingi.
The Melingi.
Yeah, and you have
Crikey.
to escape this Melingi, but you end up getting buried alive anyways.
You do. Yeah.
Like inside you jump inside a casket.
thinking
Yeah,
that's going
because
to be a
the
good
cops
idea.
are coming down there.
Yeah.
And then everything falls on you and I was like, I'm having an asthma attack.
Yeah, that definitely was panic inducing for sure, because you could feel like the pressure of like, oh no, I'm buried alive, like I need to get out of here, like.
Mhm.
And so
Well, that was a cool one too, because the whole screen was dark.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Except for when you lit up in there, you could see like the inside of the casket only, and
Yeah.
not everything else. So
Ugh.
that was a fun like graphic level.
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember how he gets out of that casket?
You just black out and then you wake up in the hospital, but you find out
Oh,
that
right.
Hara he found you and he dug you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get into the hospital, and I remember this part. You get into the hospital, and D.I. Hara and the Commandant, just another police officer,
The Commodore.
yeah, is there, and they're starting to ask you questions. They're trying to interrogate you a little bit.
Well,
And-
hold on. When you first wake up, there is a doctor in the room,
Yes,
and you're like, "Hey," and he just leaves.
yeah.
Is this the first time you've seen him or have you
This
seen
is-
him again?
I'm pretty sure this is the first time you've seen
I
him.
thought I saw him like in the alleyway, but maybe not. Maybe we see him
Oh.
later. I can't remember.
Right.
He kind of just like looks
he?
at you and like wanders away.
Yeah, but he kind of has like a Jerry Garcia vibe. Like white hair, white beard, kind of a bigger guy. It looked like
Yeah.
Jerry Garcia, but
I
a
don't
doctor.
know who Jerry Garcia is. I'm gonna look this
Oh,
up.
he's the lead singer of the Dead, the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But definitely Jerry Garcia as a doctor vibes is what I
Mm.
got. So,
That's funny.
but yeah, he
That's
just
pretty
takes
funny.
off, and then you're kind of suspicious about what's going on. So
Yeah.
you think that somebody's trying to kill you or something's happening, because obviously someone is trying to kill you.
Well, you die
Yeah, multiple times, and now you're like super paranoid that someone's out to kill you.
because
Which
you're like, who is killing me? Because obviously something's happening that's killing me in this room. And so
Yeah.
you have to kind of pay attention. It turns out to be the nurse. She comes and injects something into your like IV bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so you start losing a little bit. So you have to pull the IV out, and then you're trying to tell the cops, like, these people are trying to kill me. Someone's trying to kill me, but they get shooed away. they go and talk to somebody else, the nurses or
Yeah.
whatever. Because I remember one of the nurses comes in and says that she needs to talk to you in private about something.
Yeah.
And so they leave the room, and then that nurse then tries to smother you to death.
She's like, you sneaky little bitch.
Yeah, and then tries to get you, but you're handcuffed in one hand and you have one free arm. And so you try to like bat things away. You finally call the nurse's station, and the cops show back up.
When you like get her with your IV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I think you have to learn through your deaths to like
Right.
get the needle when they're not looking and do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is our second like multiple death
Time
scene.
scenario.
Third. Oh yeah,
'cause
because of
in-
the meninge.
In the meninge,
Oh.
that's where I died so many. I did not like that.
Oh,
part. I died
died
so
so
many
many
times,
times.
and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
It took me such a long
yeah.
time to realize that you just had to like hide behind the like be in the shadows
darkness.
so it would walk past you. Yeah.
Well, I realized that, but then even then, I still didn't know what to do.
I
That's
still
where I
died
had to
a few
look it up
times.
because I couldn't figure it out,
oh.
and I was tired of waiting for it to walk by every time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still died a few times, even when I did hide in the shadow. It still
I
Yeah.
I collapsed it while I was standing on the wrong side so many
no.
times. Yeah, I buried
Oh.
myself when it was So
Anyways,
sucks. Yeah. Anyway, so you, the nurse tries to kill you. The police come back, and then D.I. Hara gets knocked out by the commandant because they're also trying to kill you.
yeah.
And so he comes up to you, and he's like grinning like he's going to kill you, and then you stab him. I
Maybe
think?
he's the one that you stab with the IV.
I think
I
it
can't
is.
Yeah, that
remember.
could be.
Yeah, because then he grins, and
So
then
many
Path-
different things happen.
Yeah.
I know, there's so many. Yeah, there's so many things that are happening in these chapters now. So
Yeah.
you get the keys from him. He collapses on top of you. You get the keys from him. You unlock yourself from the bed, and then you escape.
With
And
Hara.
with Hara, yeah, you wake up Hara,
Because
and
he's like, dude, this is bad.
yeah, this is not good. Now Hara is like kind of on your side. He's kind of thinking like, oh, there might actually be something going on.
Yeah, and he's
here.
like, now I don't know who I can trust on the
Yeah.
force. Like, there's definitely something deeper here. I believe you.
yeah. So you have an ally on your side, which is great. So
Yeah.
once you get out of here, this is the start of chapter 4, I believe, right? All right, so chapter 4, I'll give it the intro. In this chapter, Mick starts working with Hara to uncover the mysterious goings on and whereabouts of his sister Annie, who has been taken to who knows where. Since there seems to be corruption even in the police department, Hera doesn't have many people he can trust. But Mick has his ex-wife, Sarah. The three of them work together and discover ties between Trinity, Dr. Roth, and Dr. Nazari. So chapter 4, yeah, it kind of starts out with you have to go to a bunch of different locations in this chapter.
Hated this chapter.
This one took me forever.
It was so boring.
This was the first chapter that I liked.
Oh no.
Yeah. I didn't mind the chapter. I thought it was fun. I was just really frustrated because there was just one section that I needed to complete, like in like what you were saying. Like I needed to do this one thing to then continue the sequence of events. And I
Yeah.
couldn't figure out that one thing forever. So I had to look it up.
Oh.
But so that was really annoying. But overall I thought the chapter was pretty fun.
It just felt so long, and you had to go back and forth and back and forth, and I was just
Yeah.
like, can
Yeah.
you get on with it?
There was a lot of back and forth, but like for me, I really liked how this level, like it opened up a lot.
Mm.
You had a bunch of different locations
That is
to
true.
go to. It really felt like an investigation too,
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
like kind of got a little bit more information that led you back here. And then it's like, oh, now I need like Hara, can you help me with this? Or like Sarah, look this up on your laptop. And then some of those
Yeah.
things took a little bit of time, so you go do other stuff, and then they call you. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting the lady at the front desk of the newspaper stand to
That
leave
was so
that was
hard.
a hard one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I looked that one up because I
I
was like,
might
what
have.
am I supposed to do? And you have to like go talk to her and then leave and then go back in and then find something on the ground that says like her book wasn't going to be published.
Yeah.
And then you go to Sarah and have Sarah write like a fake or make a fake call that says that it's going to be published. And then she
Yeah.
leaves. And I was like, okay, that was a little convoluted.
Yeah, that took me a little bit to figure out too. It was kind of confusing, but there's like in total like 7 or 6 sections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different maps that you
and
can
you
check
can
out.
kind of unlock them as you go too, because you get more information that leads you to like this place or that
Yeah.
place, which
Yeah.
is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I thought it was fun at least.
No, I thought it was fun too.
It wasn't
'cause
terrible. I think I'm just being a curmudgeon about it.
Yeah.
It was long. I would agree. Like it probably, I don't know if it was the longest chapter, but it was a very long
was
one
pretty long, I
to
felt
that
like.
point. But I agree. Like I felt like this is when the story finally kind of started opening up, and you're kind of getting some tidbits of like, ooh, there really is some bigger stuff going on.
Yeah, it was
it
less on
really isn't
rails.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
yeah, there's some things happening. So that was really cool. But yeah, there's Dr. Nazari works for the Trinity Institute or whatever.
Research group or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, it's
research
like
group.
Trinity Biochemical.
something.
Yeah.
I have it written later. It's biochemical facility.
Biotech or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's Trinity Biotech, but then the facility itself is Trinity Biochemical Facility.
Yeah, you're right. There's the newspaper place. There's the docks. That's where D.I. Har is at.
Mhm.
There's the graves, the cemetery. You have to go back there for something.
Yeah.
And then back there again to drop that thing off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's and there's Sarah's house, which is kind of like your base operations.
Yeah.
And then there's also I guess
Where-
is it your house too? I don't know. You haven't been there in 5 years, so
Yeah, I say her house.
Oh no,
but-
sorry, that's Annie's
No,
house.
it's
Annie's
It's
house.
Annie's
Yeah.
house, but Sarah's there.
Mhm.
You're trying to find Annie.
Yeah.
Did you guys offer everyone tea once you had it in the
I
container?
offered a few people tea. Yeah.
I was offering everyone tea. I was like, you want a cuppa? You want a cuppa?
Yeah.
Mostly because I like that they call it a cuppa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's an achievement if you offer everyone tea.
Oh, that's funny.
Which I didn't get,
Oh.
but even when I was like dangling from the building, I was trying to offer tea to the guys at the bottom. It didn't work.
Oh goodness. So yeah, this section you definitely have to go to a number of different areas to figure out what's going on. But you're figuring out that Dr. Roth is a founding member of the Trinity group along with someone named Maxwell.
Maxwell Holden.
Holden. Yeah. So you figure out that they're these founding members of this company that appears to be doing these experiments.
Yeah.
So you talk to Dr. Nazari, and Dr. Nazari is denying a lot of it for a really long time. You have to get pretty much everything in this section before you go and talk to her again, and then she'll finally give up some evidence.
Yeah.
And she talks about how Roth and Maxwell are founding members, and some of the things that occurred there. So
Yeah, and you end up in Angela's office,
Yeah.
and this is another sequence of dying a lot until you figure out what to do because
the cops show up.
yeah, and they let the crazy bees inside.
Yeah, there's, like,
Yeah.
Flying bugs. That part was horrible. Yeah, you
I
like
know.
barricade the door so they can't get in, but then they like break a window and release the bugs into you.
Yeah, and so you have to climb out the window, and then you have to make sure that. I fell so many times into that closed dumpster.
Oh, I know. And I'm like, I wish I would open that dumpster sooner. Dang it.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
Well,
shoot.
it's kind of, there's like the special ops guys are like in the alleyway, but they're just watching you.
Yeah, they're just waiting.
Yeah.
And then you go to the top of the building and there's like the insect monster things.
Yeah.
And so you're like, crap. So you do have to fall down into the dumpster.
And this is
Yeah.
something that if you don't grab an item before moving on, you have to start it all the way over.
I had to do that.
Because I realized that I left it and I clicked on it, and he literally is like, would have been nice to grab that before I got over here.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, I obviously need it. We can't go back.
yeah.
That's what happened to me too.
Yeah.
So yeah, you fall in and I forget, you get out of there and I forget what happens at the very end of this chapter.
Well, I will say really fast that like action sequence where you die a lot was a lengthier one, but I thought it was decently forgiving in that it did have a lot of little checkpoints within it.
Yes.
It did, yeah.
So once you kind of like got past one portion, you didn't have to redo it again
Oh,
over and
thank
over
God.
again,
Yeah.
which was great.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was really nice. The hardest part for me, that whole sequence, was moving that damn fan, which was not that hard after I did it. I'm like, I'm so stupid. Like, gosh darn it. But it took me a while. So anyways,
Yeah, I think you jump into the trash and then you somehow make it back. Do you jump into Sarah's car again?
I
Because
think
basically,
so, yeah.
You also explore during this chapter. You go out and you find Annie's car.
And it's just like out,
It's out in the middle of nowhere.
next to
Yeah.
this billboard and
Yeah,
stuff.
which I think is actually where the next chapter starts.
It
I
is.
think you
Yep.
go out and you start you just make your way out there because you're like, Annie has to be out here somewhere.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm hazy on where you transition from the
transition.
dumpster to there. To be honest,
I think you just walk around the corner and get in your car and drive off.
It might
Oh.
be
Van's
something
there.
like
the
that.
soldiers
yeah.
weren't there anymore. or
They
something?
run up. The
They-
soldiers run up the stairs
To
'cause
come
you-
get you.
and that's when you
that's
drop.
right,
You've
that's
lured
right.
them away, and then you drop down, and then you get out of there.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, chapter 5 starts out at Annie's car in the woods, but I'll give a description really quick. So in this chapter, Mick gets one step closer to finding his sister as he discovers the Bucket Butcher's hideout. It looks like he may have ties to Trinity as well, but Mick will have to go through some torture to figure out more. So yeah,
And we'll have to go through torture too.
yeah, it sucks. So
This also, having this chapter back to back with the other chapter, I was like, oh my God. I mean, it was kind of cool, but yeah, you get into this like underground lair and you find the Bucket Butcher, which is actually Maxwell Holden.
yeah.
And I think you end up picking up a picture of Holden and Dr. Roth, and you figure out that there's a third person also that was involved, a woman. But yeah, you're like immediately captured by Holden.
Yeah, I think you fall. Yeah, okay. So you find the entrance, which is like a great door or something like
Well,
that.
it's like
a
one
metal
of the entrances. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you jump in there, and you saw him when you peeked in, and
He was like dragging someone.
he was dragging someone through a door.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty creepy. And so you jump in, you're kind of looking around for a minute, but there's really no way to get out except for in the middle, there's like this covered figure with like a cloth.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you threw it over a statue or something. And so you grab that and you pull it out, and it's actually this creature that has like the
It's
top half of
scary.
its skull's
Yeah.
gone, its jaw's missing, it's all kinds of messed up.
Yeah.
And then Hold'em shows up. He opens the door and finds you there.
Holden.
And he turns the lights off. Is it
Texas
No,
Hold'em.
Texas Hold'em.
No, it's Holden.
Holden?
I
Right.
just like that you
Yeah.
said Hold'em.
Oh, well, a little southern in there.
Sorry.
So they he turns off the lights and he starts kind of coming after you, and you can hear him like dragging
so
something
creepy.
along with him, and it's so creepy. And you can't get out. He catches you no matter what. And so once he catches you, he starts torturing you, but he puts this like metal band around your head that he's drilled into your head to
Yeah.
determine where to cut your brain. And he also lifts you up by that. He does a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff.
he
Yeah.
like
So,
snaps you in half.
yeah,
Like he'll
crushes
oh,
your
Yeah,
head.
if you don't do the right thing, he will kill you.
Yeah.
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 And there's also some sections in here where it's another timed thing where it's like you have to, or
I had to look this up. I had to look most of this chapter up.
I
if I'm
had to
being
look a
honest.
lot of this chapter up too, because like he'll just keep killing you until you get the right answer, which is part of the story. But at the same time, you're also trying to get information from him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're working with another person in the cell across from you who's trying to help you a little bit because they
Yeah.
can't see anything, but you're trying to help each other out.
Yeah, he'll like distract Holden to pull you out of your cell so you can do some stuff.
Yeah. So
But this is another time where I did something out of order. So I had triggered a conversation with the other cell guy.
oh yeah.
And then brought Holden into my room, but there was more stuff that I needed to do before I triggered him being in either cell.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh.
God damn it.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that's like, oh, you can only do this when Holden's out of the room, and you can only do this while he's like got you on his like torture hook.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, you need to be on the torture hook, but Holden leave the room, and then you need to like, yeah, like a lot of that stuff was
Yeah.
hard to figure out.
And the whole time he's talking to someone who's not there and he keeps calling them Desert P.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely a little,
Off his rocker.
yeah.
He's a little off his rocker, yeah, but he's also kind of describing like what you're experiencing.
This is a big lore dump.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a huge lore dump right here because he starts
Yeah.
talking about how he knows that you can come back to life, and he
Yeah.
knows that other people can come back to life, and
Yeah.
he's trying to not come back to life. He wants
Yeah.
to die.
It's
Yeah.
called phase flipping.
Yeah, phase flipping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, he describes what's happening in your life and what's going on, and how you're gonna start. How he's seeing things that you're seeing and kind of experiencing the same
Yeah.
thing. So
And he's trying to stop Dr. Roth. Like,
Yeah.
he's not on Dr. Roth's side. He's trying to figure out, he's trying to get, because he thinks you're with Dr. Roth, and
Yeah.
he's like, tell me where he is. And you're like, I have no clue.
Well, he basically describes how like him and Dr. Roth, they discovered phase flipping, which is basically like the brain evolving to predict in a weird way, like
yeah,
how to not die.
Mhm.
And so the way that it manifests is like you basically learn from your mistakes and go back in time,
Yeah.
which is really funky, but it's really interesting too. And so he's like interrogating you, asking you questions. When you get it wrong, he kills you, and then when you come back to life, you get it right. He's like, very good. You must have learned.
Yeah.
yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know, very cool.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very cool. And then you end up,
gruesome.
I think
yeah.
the other guy, the guy in the other cell, he knows he's with Dr. Roth. So he knows where the site is, and that's you have to get the answer from him.
The Wanjara Desert.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part. That's where I stopped, is where he's torturing you and you're kind of talking to him and trying to figure out what to do next. So
Yeah.
that's
Well, it
where
would have been another
left
hour
off.
until you figured out how to get the
Yeah.
information.
But you do eventually, you get the information, you get down, because I think it's one of those weird timing things where he's in the process of like stretching you, because you're connected to the ground, you have the hook on your head, he's stretching you, and then you like unscrew something, and then you like make it so the pipe bursts and it like breaks your chains,
and you also knock him out
complicated.
too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But you go to escape, and then you save the guy in the other cell, and then he turns on you.
Yeah.
What a
because you save the guy in the other cell, and as you're leaving, Dr. Roth, and he's like, "Oh, I'm tired. Like, I'm just gonna chill here for a minute." As you're leaving, Dr. Roth comes, and he's like, got a gun.
Holden.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Holden comes. Thank you.
No, it's okay.
And he's got a gun, and you're like, shit. But then the guy you saved like rescues you. He comes up behind him.
Yeah.
But then that guy shoots you.
Yeah, you're like, great. So you have to figure out like the perfect order of saving each one of them.
Yeah.
And then you end up being like buds with Maxwell Holden, because you end up saving him, and he's like, oh, okay, so you aren't with Dr. Roth. And you're like, no shit, I'm not with Dr. Roth.
So you kill the Dr. Roth guy, though.
The guy in the other cell, you end up killing him.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny too, because then Holden is like, oh, so we're on the same team. And he's like, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Like, if you're against Dr. Roth, who must have kidnapped Annie, we're on the same team. And he's like, okay, great. Well, let's go back to the surgery and I'll get your brain out. You're like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah. And then Hara shows up. He followed you. He found you out there, but you get the guy's gun, and you're ready to like shoot him as he's coming down.
Sure, because you don't know.
Yeah. But then, that's the end of this chapter. The three of you go back to Annie's apartment to reconvene.
All right.
Did I miss anything?
No, you got it.
That sounds pretty good. All right. So now we're entering chapter 6. In this chapter, Mick, Hara, and Holden all drive out to the location where the Trinity Biochemicals facility should be. Holden meets an unfortunate end, but not before uncovering an entrance to the facility. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
They also find Annie and Angela, but not in the state they expected.
Yeah.
So what happened, folks?
So this starts out with everybody at Annie's apartment, and it's kind of funny because like it's a very odd group of people, like Sarah, Mick, Hara, and Holden.
Yeah.
And they're all just kind of like getting ready. And so you kind of have to do a little bit of puzzling to like get a map and like figure out where in the Wanjara Desert the base probably is.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of figure out that it's like next to a railroad because that's where you came from or something.
Yeah. So the homeless guy that was in your car, you suspect escaped from the facility, and so you're like, okay, he must have jumped on this train. So the facility has to be by a railroad. track.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and so there's only one facility that's right by that railroad.
Yeah, it's like a former nuclear facility.
Yeah, and so
in the middle of the desert.
you end up going out there, and you're using Holden's tools and like metal detector to figure out if there's anything underground, and then something.
And it's funny too, because like you were using a metal detector, and Holden is just going around with a shovel and just digging in the sand randomly.
Oh,
random spots. Like,
and then
I'll find it.
So you find things with the metal detector. You have to trade him, and he's like, "Oh, great! I'll use metal detector now." So you start digging, and then I don't know. Basically, Holden blows himself up on a landmine.
Yeah, because I think you uncover a little sign because your metal detector found a sign that was like minefield or something like that, and then you're like, "Wait!" And Holden puts his like shovel down right into a mine and blows himself up.
Jeez Louise.
And then he's just gone. I was like, wow.
His bucket hat is the only thing that's left, which I don't know if that was mentioned, but the bucket hat is why he's called the Bucket Butcher.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But also from the explosion of the mine, there's like a vent that is like blown open too. So now you can crawl through the vents in the secret lab.
Yeah.
Cool.
And eventually you climb all the way to a room that has Annie in it. And you get down there, and she's there willingly.
Wow.
Which I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? You have a husband. You have a child.
Yeah,
you couldn't have told anyone that you were at least safe and fine.
Yeah.
But, well, you know how Joe is.
Yeah.
Joe be Joe.
It is funny because Annie's husband Joe is like referenced a bunch of times, and like nobody has a good like opinion of him.
Yeah.
Even Annie.
Yeah.
But you never meet Joe. It's
No.
just everybody's like, oh, you know how Joe is. Like he wouldn't do well in this situation.
Yeah.
Just like all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time they talk about Joe, they're like, well, where's the kids? Oh, Joe took him somewhere else,
Yeah.
like Joe.
Like, oh, we can't tell Joe about this because
Yeah.
you know how he is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and this is like one of the shortest chapters because that's the end of this chapter.
Well, I'm pretty sure like Dr.
Dr.
Roth
Roth
walks
comes
in too,
in.
and he's like very calm, and you're like accusing him. You're like, hey, like, you know, you kidnapped her, you're doing all this stuff, you're killing all these people, like you're experimenting on people. It's not right. And he's like, no, everybody's very willing, and he's so calm.
He has an answer for everything.
Yeah, he's
the homeless
very
have been.
smooth.
Do we figure out that the homeless have been disappearing? This I might be bleeding into the next chapter.
They've been disappearing because they're like, he's helping them out. They're getting like,
I think
getting
we
places
are
to live
bleeding
and-
into a little bit. Hold on. So, chapter 7, the intro to this states, in this chapter, Mick and Hera desperately try to find Roth's means, motivation, and method for the whole operation. While he seems to have an answer for everything, something doesn't feel right.
Yeah. So he's told you. Well, Annie is like, he reached out to me after I was kind of bashing his theories in one of my articles, and like, I think that what he's doing is really great. It's actually really cool. Angela is down there. She's down there willingly because she's been given like the rights to write the story about all of this. So she's writing all the story.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Roth is saying, oh, well, the homeless are disappearing because I'm giving them a home. They're working for me. They're helping me. They get shelter. They get food. It works out for everyone.
Yeah.
yeah, so they're not in the sewer tunnel anymore. They're in society or whatever.
Yeah. But where are they? Because that's the other thing. It's like you're saying all these people are here, but no one's here.
Yeah.
Well, so that's this. So you kind of get to explore this huge like 5-story like facility.
Oh, yeah, it's huge.
With like every floor has like a bunch of junk on it, and they're like circular, so they loop around in a circle. And it's all this nuclear reactor facility. That Dr. Roth, he's such a genius. Well, you also know at this point that Roth has the ability to phase flip too.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's actually has like centuries of experience.
He's been doing it forever.
And so it's like, that's how he like knows all this stuff. Like he's done all this research for like basically multiple lifetimes.
Yeah.
So he's like has very advanced technology and knows all this stuff.
That's so interesting because Hold'em mentions that.
Holden.
Yeah, that one. Hold'em. That Maxwell, I'll call him Maxwell.
Yeah.
Maxwell mentions that a little bit in chapter 4 when he's torturing you a little bit. He kind of mentions like, Roth's been doing this for years and years and years and all that. So very interesting. So
yeah. And so like at the bottom is like that's where like the nuclear reactor is, and like there's a
Air Klein.
Yeah, there's like a German engineer guy who's like very rude to you. And he doesn't want to talk. And
No.
on the next floor up, there's like a lab where they like monitor stuff and do experiments with the phase flipping.
Yeah.
That's where Sanjay is.
And Sanjay, he's like a very laid back scientist guy. He's got like a Hawaiian shirt on.
Oh, nice.
He likes plants, and he's just like very chill, very, very young and smart,
Yeah.
There's like the canteen. There's all these different rooms. It's very big. At the very top, there's Hara is up there. And you're telling Hara, like, we're going to have to figure out what's going on here. And then we're going to need an exit strategy. So like, Hara, get this truck ready so that we can take it up this huge, like, there's this huge lift that goes up, like, will lift you and the truck, everything up into the surface when you need to. But he's like, make sure all the supplies are ready. I'll get fuel from the very bottom. And then when it's go time, we can go. And Hara's like, I don't know. This all seems like kind of normal, but you're right. Like it's too normal.
Yeah.
Like this is like too like
buttoned up.
Roth is too smooth. And he's like,
Yeah.
we need like the means, motive, and opportunity of him. And then we
Yeah.
can figure out what's really going on here. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what you do is you're doing a lot of puzzling here.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so basically what it comes down to is you find these like gas mask looking things, but they also kind of match the phase flipping mask because you do eventually jump into that phase flipping thing and they fix your brain so you're not having these like
Hallucinations.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It takes a lot of like you basically are forced into it, but it you think it's going to be bad, but it ends up working out and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the hallucinations being like you seeing your son Alec all the time, even though he's dead.
Yeah.
Some of the monsters that you're seeing.
Yeah, which you thought was a hallucination, but it turns out might not be a hallucination, but we'll get there.
And I'm pretty sure that you don't want to do it at first, do you?
No.
You don't want to be put in the machine and have you don't trust Dr. Roth.
Yeah. Yeah, but your sister ends up doing it for you, not Dr. Roth, or she's at least there. So that ends up happening.
What happens is you get frustrated with Alec, the hallucination when you're down there getting fuel in the reactor room.
Oh yeah.
And it's like a big like a big cave type area, and there's like all this like liquid at the bottom. It's like coolant or whatever for the reactor, and then you're like walking on catwalks and stuff.
Yeah.
And so you're down there like getting some fuel from this fuel station to bring back up to Harad to get the truck ready. And Alec is there, and you're like you're not real, like get out of here, and you like push him off the edge. Well, you actually pushed Annie off the edge.
Yeah.
And Annie dies.
You killed your sister.
Oh shit.
And so then you're like, fuck. And so you agree to go to like do the phase flipping and go back in time.
Yes, because you have to save her.
Have to
to
save
not
your
so where
sister.
she doesn't die.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Thank you.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And then you also agree to get the hallucinations gone at the same time.
Good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, so you find these masks that look like the phase flipping masks. You find out from Sanjay that it might be for that purpose, or it might be a gas mask, but you're not sure. You find a woman behind
There's a secret room.
There's like a secret room that you find, and there's this woman. She's in a coma and she's like all comatose. You figure out that she's the woman from that picture. So she's the third. And you also find out that it's Ross's wife.
Yeah, it's Sophia Roth.
Oh, shoot.
And then basically it all comes down to something happened to Roth's wife, and he's trying to go back in time to stop it all. But he needs a bunch of people to be hooked into the machine
To
for
face
it
flip
to
at the same
work
time.
so he can go back far
Yeah,
enough.
because he can't go back far enough. Like he can go back pretty far, but not far enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. And then to have to relive all that to get.
Well, and here's the thing too, is also you have been working with him.
Yeah, you agreed to do this.
To do this. Like, even though now you're mistrustful, in the past you agreed to do this, you've gone back before.
Yeah.
Like you've been working with him because you want to go back and stop your son from dying.
Yeah.
Well, you want to stop him from ever being born.
Yeah, that's really what you want to do, because he died from some horrible, it's like
Batten's disease. I meant to look up what that was.
I didn't look it up, but yeah, it is some really horrible terminal thing. And so you want to stop that from happening. He wants to stop his wife. So you guys are working together. And so at the beginning of the game, you've actually been in a loop already.
But didn't realize
But
it.
didn't realize it. For some reason, that part's unclear to me why you don't have your memories, because most of your loops you do.
Yeah.
But and he has orchestrated things to get you back here.
Oh my gosh, I just
we're getting into chapter 8 now.
I
so-
looked up what Batten disease is, and it's a group of rare, fatal, inherited neurological disorders where waste material builds up in cells, especially brain cells, leading to progressive vision loss, seizures, cognitive decline, and movement problems.
Jeez.
Typically starting in childhood, but with varied forms and onset ages. So that's awful.
That is awful.
That's really awful.
Yeah, read chapter 8, though, because we're definitely bleeding into it, I'm sure.
Chapter 8. I'm just going to read chapter 8 and 9. Chapter 8. In this chapter, Mick finally confronts Dr. Roth about his plans and uses his phase flipping power to his advantage.
Yeah. I mean, this...
Yeah, we're almost... Yeah.
You could read chapter 9 as well, because chapter 8's pretty short. It's a lot of, like, figuring out how to... He basically realizes, I just need to keep phase flipping to go further and further back in time.
Well, this is pretty, like, intense, I thought, though, because, like, after you discover... I think this is, like... I don't know if this is chapter 8 or chapter 7, but you discover the plan, and you're trying to stop him.
Yeah.
So you get, like, Sanjay has a program chip that will, instead of take you guys, like, do the phase flip, it'll actually erase the ability to phase flip.
Yeah.
And so you get that chip, and so you go into the phase flip thing, into the, like, room where that happens, and you try to switch out the card, but you don't know Roth's passcode.
Yeah.
And also Roth walks in.
Yeah.
And then he is talking to you, And you basically have to go along with it because you have Hara's gun at this point. You can try to shoot at him,
but he's seen it all, so he dodges
them.
all your shots.
He like goes Super Saiyan.
He gets a third eye, and he looks all like.
He's like, don't mess with me, Carter.
Yeah.
We're going to do this whether you want to or not.
This is chapter 9 then, because in the final chapter,
it's not.
No, no. There's another battle with the same version of him.
Okay.
Well, and so you're forced into this phase flipping, but it doesn't take you back far enough. And so you basically just have to relive the last, like, you show up in the hospital with your wife, Sarah, and your son, and he's just like, he's gone, basically. Like, he's alive, but he's not really there anymore.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to relive almost what you consider to be the worst moments of your life.
Yeah.
And the moment before you walk out and you leave forever.
Yeah, and I guess that's what happened is he just left the hospital room and
never came
back for 5 years. Yeah.
Wow.
You weren't even there for his son. He didn't go to his son's funeral. He wasn't there for his son's death. Like, you really...
He couldn't.
I cannot believe that Sarah wants anything to do with him, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, well...
I think though, like...
I guess it has been 5 years, which is, and like everyone grieves differently, but I'm experiencing it all in one sitting, and I'm like,
yeah.
Well, I think also, you know, like Sarah is a very, very caring person. You know, like she does the programs. Sure, she previously had done the programs with the homeless and like very like activism minded. I think she's willing to like see the humanness in people and like give them the benefit of the doubt and like. Obviously, her and Mick had a strong relationship, and I'm sure she's overwhelmingly pissed off about the situation, but also realizes that, like, he couldn't handle it. Like, this is, like, his response to this.
Yeah.
And I think gives him a little bit of grace there.
Yeah.
On a personal level, I don't know if I'd want to be, like, getting back in a relationship with this guy.
No, but I can't even imagine what it's like to lose a child. And I think that he was like 15 or 16 because he was teaching him how to drive. Like, that's awful. Awful.
Well, and then for Sarah too, it's like not just lose a child, but like lose your
partner,
emotional support system and like your partner and all that. And it's like, I'm surprised she's doing as good as she is.
Yeah.
You know, even 5 years later, like,
it's
tough shit.
Yeah. So you have to relive that, but you basically figure out that you can phase flip back far enough to get Airkline the password so he can stop the reactor from blowing up on like automation, which causes Dr. Roth to have to do it manually, which makes him leave the room. And so when he leaves the room, that's when you're able to switch the chips.
But it's really brutal because to do this, you have to kill yourself over and over again.
Yeah.
And like basically because if you do it on Roth's schedule where you guys both phase flip at the same time, he will always know like what's happening because he's orchestrating it. But if you like, this is kind of hard to explain like just with words, but like if you guys are going at the same timeline and then you kill yourself, you go back. So you know things that he doesn't at that point because he hasn't gone back yet.
Yeah.
And so you end up killing yourself like 5 times in a row to go back further and further to really orchestrate this so that when you guys are lined on the timeline again, there's a bunch of things that you've set up that he hasn't.
Yeah.
Which is basically what he's been doing to you the whole time in manipulating all these events
what
to
a
make this happen.
mindfuck.
It's crazy. It's really cool.
It is.
It's also gruesome though. Like you shoot yourself in the head, you like impale yourself, you electrocute yourself. All kinds of crazy stuff.
Basically every obstacle that you had to avoid on your way up, you have to use on your way down to just
oh jeez.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's brutal.
Yeah. But and then we get into chapter 9. You do take Sophia or Sophie? Sophia. You take Sophia with you. You get her out of her like comatose state.
Not yet. You start chapter 9 at the very bottom.
Oh shit.
Sorry, I just did this like last night, so it's very fresh for me.
Okay, yeah.
Go for it, Rylan.
Oh, did you want to say this chapter 9 spiel?
In this final chapter, Mick fights to escape the Trinity Biochemicals facility with all his friends and family. They all have one last standoff against the mutant Dr. Roth.
Yeah.
Then there's an epilogue too. So
yeah, because what happens is you successfully put the chip in and you erase Dr. Roth's ability.
Just remembering exactly what happens.
Yeah, you erase his ability to phase flip. And then he's so pissed off. He goes into his like Super Saiyan mode, which you kind of figure out it's like super insect strongman mode.
Yeah.
Because that's another interest of his that you learned is like during some of his like lifetimes, he like got really interested in insects
Yeah.
and like rapid evolution. And so he kind of experimented on himself. And so he has like these, I don't know, he becomes like a huge monster and he's got 3 glowing eyes, which is kind of the Melingi monsters look like that in the Splinter Cell group and stuff.
Yeah.
And so even though the phase flipping is over, he's defeated, quote unquote, but he's still coming at you. He like straps you down in the chair and he's like, or he breaks your neck. No, that's before your phase flipping, I think. But
you end up in the reactor water.
Yeah, because he puts you in the chair and he's like manually trying to blow up the reactor because he's like, we're both gonna die here. Sorry, Carter.
Oh, I remember. He basically, do you have it?
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, well, he's basically like, you can join all the other people that tried to help me.
Yes.
And it flips the chair backwards and
you go
sends
into like
him
a
down.
chute and you go underwater at the bottom or under the coolant or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's all these other bodies down there, just like when you're in the harbor or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
But they start hatching and they're the big insect monsters.
No fucking way.
And so you have to escape the water and this is like the beginning of chapter 9 too.
Yeah.
So you have to escape the water and you basically have to sneak your way back up to the top of the facility where Hara is. And then like you were saying, Emma, along the way, you find Sophia Roth and you wake her up and you
build a flamethrower.
you build a flamethrower.
Just real quick. Yeah.
Or
you
go down to the bottom twice.
Well, because you get Sanjay.
You go to the top first and you meet, everybody's up there, Angela, Klein, Sanjay, everybody, Hara, Annie, and you're trying to figure out how to get out, but Dr. Roth has cut the fuel out of the truck.
Oh.
And everybody's like,
fuel.
we can't survive in the desert. Like society's like a week away by foot. Like we need these supplies. Like we're not gonna be able to make it. And so you have to go back down to the very bottom again where all the bugs were hatching.
Oh, shoot.
So Sanjay goes with you. He gets the lift working again. You're getting the fuel going. Sanjay gets killed by the bugs.
Yeah.
It sucks. And he actually dies. The last thing he does is save you by trapping one of the bugs
inside the lift.
Inside the lift. So now you can't use the lift either.
Yeah.
So you have to like go up a different way, avoid all the bugs. You find Sophia Roth.
Yeah.
You're like, take this knife to protect yourself. I'm going to go back out and find us a way. Then you have to go and make a flamethrower.
And then you can just
blast
It's
bugs.
sweet. And it's
the
very much
bugs.
like Aliens, the movie.
Oh,
you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think there's even a line he says that's like a reference.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't
missed
remember.
that.
But so that's pretty sweet. Now you got this flamethrower, like kill the bugs.
Yeah.
You get Sophia, you go back up to the top. And like the last thing that you're doing before the top is there's more of those like bees, insects, which is so
Ugh.
annoying.
Yeah. You have to just keep burning them. It took me such a long time to realize I just had to yell. You just have to yell up for people to let you out. But I was just like flame throwing bugs for like a whole 5 minutes.
Yeah, I did that a bunch too.
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah. But and then you jump on the lift and you guys are almost out of there.
Mhm.
Almost, because the mutant bug Dr. Roth shows up again. He blows up the vehicle, and you kind of have to just like.
There's like basically, it's kind of annoying because there's like, I don't know, 7 of you on the same team up there.
Mm-hmm.
But only you and Hara do anything in this whole fight.
Yeah. No one else wants to help.
Yeah. I'm like, really? Like nobody does anything? But basically you have like 3 weapons. You have Hara's gun. You have, this is actually Holden's tool that is like
it's like an electromagnetic thing.
It's like an EMP gun sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the flamethrower that you built. And basically you can do this cycle where you can throw one of those 3 to Hara. And then
he uses
it to distract Holden. Holden grabs him. And then you can grab the 3rd one.
Whatever.
Another one from the ground between you guys because Roth is distracted.
Yeah.
So then you have 2 weapons and you can use one of them to shoot.
When Roth takes whatever weapon Hara has and shoots it at you if you like egg him on to.
But basically you can do this as much time as you want to cycle through which weapons is in which spot.
Yeah.
Which was annoying to me, so I looked up what to do.
You basically you need to get the EMP thing into Holden's hand or into
Hara's hand.
Hara's hand, so when he gets snagged, then you can egg on Dr. Roth to take it, and when he shoots it, because every time you've used it, it's shocked you. So Dr. Roth uses it, it electrocutes him and actually just like completely obliterates him. I don't know why.
Well, there's some other thing that said at some point that like, oh, the bugs, like it kills all the bugs in the area.
Oh,
which I mean, maybe makes sense for the small bugs, but not the big bug. But whatever. Either way, you get him.
Yeah.
So you guys get to the surface.
Well, he collapses.
Oh, you're right.
And he's still trying to get you guys. And then Sophia comes out and she pretends like she's like, it's okay. Like we can still be together, because you find out that Sophia actually had a thing for Holden and was leaving Dr. Roth for Holden. And that's why Holden was talking to a desert pea, because that was her nickname. Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Well, and you kind of find out too that might have something to do with why she's in a coma.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Because Dr. Roth was like, she's mine, and his real, what he wanted to do was not to save her. What he wanted to phase flip back and take care of Holden. So they never met. They never fell in love.
It's kind of brutal though, because at one point, this is a little bit earlier, when during all the phase flipping is happening, but Mick is like, doesn't matter how many times you'll go back, because you'll always know she didn't choose you.
Yeah.
And so it's like brutal.
That's a deep quote.
Yeah, like even if you fix this, you'll know that in one like
in real life,
she did
chose
choose him.
Yeah.
And so she comes out and pretends like she's like, we can be together, and then she stabs him
with the knife that you gave her.
And just jumps off the ledge with him.
Dang.
So they're both gone.
It was hardcore.
Yeah.
That is hardcore. Fuck.
Yeah. But then they make it to the surface.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not to the epilogue yet. This is still
okay.
chapter 9.
Okay.
Take it away, Rylan.
Oh, and so you're out there and you're like, damn, like, I guess, I mean, like we made it, but we're not going to make it. We're going to die out here, in the desert. And basically you see that a helicopter coming in the distance, and Sarah has come.
No, with a helicopter?
With the helicopter.
She has it from her like charity
connections.
She
has
because it has
access-
her like company on the side.
Oh, gotcha.
So she comes in the helicopter and it's like, oh my God, Sarah, like you rescued us, like yay. And then Dr. Roth is crawling through. He's like,
just
wait.
mangled.
He's all bloodied up. He's like
disgusting.
literally crawling, and he's like, wait, like you can't leave me here. And then he pulls a gun out and he starts shooting at you.
Yeah.
And he misses, and Hara finally, kills him, puts him down. Sarah got shot.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And this might be where the
This
epilogue
is where the
comes in.
epilogue
This is where the epilogue is. Yeah. So the epilogue, the game closes out with Sarah in the hospital and Annie is watching over her. As she wakes up, she expects that Mick has ran off again, but he returns after hunting for something to eat. The two seem like they want to try and work things out.
Yeah. And this it's really sweet because it's like looks very similar to when Alec was in the hospital and she wakes up and she's like, of course Mick is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then he comes in and he's like, I'll stay.
Yeah.
And it's
Stay.
really exactly, you got it. So it's really sweet.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
What a crazy story,
Dude,
though.
it was
Yeah.
fun.
That
was.
is so good.
It's definitely worth, like, even if you don't want to do the puzzles, like watch it on YouTube, even though we just described it to you, because it is done really well.
Yeah, it is. Or play it with maybe the controller. I don't know.
Yeah, play with the controller.
For sure.
That was a big one. Yeah.
But
All right. Well, this concludes the discussion episode for The Drifter. Please join us next week for the rating episode of Bramble, the Mountain King, followed by its discussion episode the week after. Please go and give the podcast a follow, rate it, review it, however you want to show us love. You can email us with any comments, questions, or constructive criticism at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. You can also send us game requests if there's something that you would like us to review. Just make sure to include game requests in the subject line so it's easy for us to find. You can find us on most socials as Let Me Be Your GG with no spaces. That's Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And you can find us on TikTok as Let Me Be Your Game Guide with no spaces. Our Patreon can be found at patreon.com/letmebeyourgg. Thank you all so much for listening, and we can't wait to see you next week. And thank you so much for letting me be your game guide. GG, y'all.
bye.
Bye. you remember when you tried to get chapter like descriptions for the Plucky Squire using AI, and AI made up its own characters and everything? That is so funny.
I was like, let me just harness the power of technology, and then it wrote its own.
Yeah.
Game. I was like, what the heck is going
Damn.
on?
So
Like,
funny.
I think that's the thing that makes me the most upset about AI is that it will just give you an answer even if it doesn't know the answer.
Mhm.
It's
Like, why
very-
can't it just say, I'm not sure, here's some resources that might help?
Yeah, it's very blindly confident.
Yeah. So it's like,
Yeah.
it just means that I feel like I can't trust anything.
Yeah.